How's it going, Song of Ice and Fire fans? Grant from Yecats Miniatures here, bringing you the list reveal of Rise of the Salt Throne. And many apologies, I may be coming across slightly subdued because I'm in a Holiday Inn and I don't want to upset people with my loud voice. But also because it's been quite a long day and just getting this together has been a bit of a pain in the bum. But we're here and we're raring to go for Rise of the Salt Throne 2025. How's it going, Brad?
Not too bad, mate. How are you?
I'm right, mate. Not bad, mate. Not bad. Not bad. It's taken us
Welcome to the sunny south.
Yeah, well, we got here just in time for the sun to disappear. But we've had a nice journey. Myself, Carl, and Tom having a little drive down, watching the sunset. There's been some very romantic moments happening. So we're ready to go. We're gonna be fresh faced for the morning. That's the main thing.
Yeah, what happens in this car stays on YouTube, right?
Totally, mate. Totally. All right, cool. So we've got quite a few people in the chat already. So we've got Brian Simpson, Black Vein, Gareth Williams, obviously yourself, Joe. Yeah, Carl's in the pub. I think he's currently wandering down to KFC now. Awesome. Okay. So there's not much. Yes, apologies on my part, guys, for delaying this. We were hoping to get this out by 9 o'clock, but time sort of marched away with us. But we'll get stuck into this list reveal then, Brad.
Absolutely.
So what I'll do then, live on show, whilst we're about to get this up on the screen, I will lock this tournament down. The tournament is now locked, which means all the lists are now revealed.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing all the stats and seeing who's playing what, really.
So let's reveal. Let's 2 seconds. We get this. Get the right picture up. There we go. That's that. Cool. Right. So we go then. Rise of the Salt Throne lists. So let's go through some of the stats to start with, mate, as we always do these type of things. So we'll look at the.
Absolutely.
Now, obviously, I've seen this prior to obviously this stream. Obviously, because we've got only one person can see it at any time.
Absolutely.
But one of my main things here, Brad, I don't know if you've seen it, is 23% Night's Watch attendance this tournament, along with Targaryen. So a split top showing from Targaryens and the Night's Watch. And I mean, to be honest, Night's Watch haven't been doing that great. I know a lot of people have been struggling with them. So it's crazy to see that Night's Watch are actually coming here with joint top representation. How'd you feel about that?
Yeah, absolutely. To be honest with you, like you just said, you obviously you see them at every tournament, but not in the majority that what they are now. Yeah, I mean we've got a few of our players kind of playing Night's Watch and stuff. 2 at least come to my mind, possibly 3. But yeah, no, it's kind of nice to see like that faction being represented in a bigger quantity for a change.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's great to see Gio Mormont represented quite heavily. He's not one. I wouldn't say he's one of the top meta commanders from Night's Watch. To see some people running some less powerful commanders is quite nice. I mean, if you look at just his top selection here, we've got on the left-hand side, 5 representations of Gio Mormont. Victorian, obviously a very powerful commander, so excluding him, Marsland, 4 representations. Renly Baratheon, King in the South, so one of the weaker Baratheon commanders that we've seen now is Renly, King in the South, and we see him 3 times. Khal Drogo, obviously a very good choice, and Stannis Baratheon, the one true king. Yeah, it's a really nice sweeping sort of collection of commanders just in the top 6 there. So I think that's a great indication that people are trying new stuff, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've really enjoyed the fact that obviously with the new attachment rules, there is the ability to kind of mix everything up.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, we see 0 representation from neutrals and Boltons, which is a shame. We'd like to see every faction represented at these tournaments, but we can't always get what we want. But a very low representation for Starks. So yeah, just get your thoughts on that to start with, Brad. How do you feel about the absence of Bolton and neutrals?
In the neutral, yeah, I must admit, I thought I'd probably see a neutral player and a Bolton player. Yeah, I suppose it's a bit difficult with Boltons, isn't it, at the moment? They're still not in like the greatest place. They've had a little bit of an improvement, but it's not really enough, is it? Let's be honest. But neutral. I think they've got a bit more identification back again, and I thought we might see at least one player doing that. I mean, looking at the stats as it is, I mean the 4% I think indicates that's one player, doesn't it? So that you've got that in say Martel, is it Brotherhood as well? I can
Brother
never,
Daniel, I
or is
think
it
it's
Lannister?
4%, yeah.
Yeah, so it will be Brotherhood.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting to see, just like, there's only like say one player. So I mean, free folk really. I mean, looking at like say two players. That's what I want to say with 8%.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but like you say, it's always it's a shame when you can't get everybody obviously into a tournament. In terms of faction. But I mean, at the same time, I can understand it as well.
Yeah, yeah. Get people playing what they want to play. To be fair, and it's been quite nice to see. Uh, people playing some of these lesser played commanders, even though we see a reduction in some of the more popular factions. For Victorian Greyjoys there, which means that we probably going to see him once in every single pairing, at least maybe twice in a
Yeah,
couple, twice in
yeah,
one. Squiggy in the chat. Yeah, I think you are the only brother, mate. We'll get into this in a second. So what's that? One Martel player, which will be, I imagine, will be Tom Lennon. You've got one
yeah.
brother player will be Squiggy. Nice, interesting mixed bag there. But yeah, say a massive showing from Night's Watch. So should we get stuck into some of these lists?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, looking forward to this, seeing what people have kind of put together.
So players, right? So we're going to skim through some of these. You sort of mentioned. So maybe if we pick a list each, and then we'll go through it and we'll see if we can get some of the ones out. So one of the ones I want to look at straight off the bat, Joe McCarthy. I think he's one of the higher rated players going into this tournament. He's obviously been doing really well in the tournament scene. So let's see what we got with Joe's list. So running Targaryens, we have Blood Riders of Drogo, Outriders of Recaro, Screamers with Jorah, Housebolt and Bastard Girls of Grey Worm, and Miri, Barristan and Varys. So this is a very aggressive list.
Just making
Really
sure you've got
aggressive
that,
list.
Barristan Selmy kind of out to stop either, the ability of tactics cards, etc., either on your unit or an opposing unit. So it could I imagine quite good against something like a Martel.
Yeah. Also Baratheons, Barristan stopping the things like Final Strike coming through.
Yeah.
So yeah, nice. And then his second list we have Sky has Mo Kandak, Golden Company Crossbowmen, which gives them the is it insight. He gives them insight and mark target. Okay, yeah, cool. So it gives them the vulnerable token. Rhaegal, Drogon, there's these two dragons. He's got some screamers. He's got Screamers Recaro, Daenerys Targaryen number, Cave Quaif, and Barristan Selmy. Myself and Carl and Tom were discussing Recaro on the way up from sunny Essex, way down sunny Essex. Recaro definitely one of the stronger Blood Rider attacks now, but they're all so good. But a nice second list there. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, just trying to kind of break, because I must admit, I'll be honest with you, I don't know Skarsmo Kandak's tactics cards off by heart, so I'm just having a little look. Kind of, is he the guy about denial?
He's got a bit of control around him, so I really like him as a commander. I'll put his card up the screen now for people to see him. Again, it's something we were talking about on the way up here, not knowing that obviously Joe was running Sky has. Carl was speaking a little bit about him on the way up, but he's got 3 of his own cards. Like he hasn't got any duplicates from any other commanders or any other place or base tactics deck in the game. He's got a nice controlling, punishing deck. I really like him. I think he's a great commander. I think more
I'd be
people
quite
are
interested
playing
to see
now.
this list used.
What's that?
I'd be quite interested to see this list used tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I think we should see. Obviously, we're playing 3 rounds tomorrow, so I imagine that Joe has built the list for a game mode, perhaps, or I know a lot of people are building a list now to try and tackle the Greyjoy Balon menace. So maybe that's something you might be thinking about with this list. I mean, he's in the chat, so maybe
Yeah.
we'll get some feedback from Joe in the chat as to what his lists are intended to do, or maybe he'll keep it to himself because
Yeah.
knowledge is power.
Exactly. Like, might cut his tongue out.
Awesome. So do you want to pick a list for us then? Who do you fancy having a look at?
Let's have a little look down here. One person that I think's been really kind of getting used to, say the Greyjoys at the minute, and I played him once actually recently, is Leg,
Yeah.
Blackvein. So if we're going to his lists,
Joe McCarthy. It's entirely to beat Nick Keys. Nick Keys obviously, unfortunately,
he's
has to play
actually
at the
bowed out.
tournament.
Yeah. So
So
number
yeah.
9, Leg.
Yep. So he's on screen now.
Perfect. Yeah, so I mean, as you can see, obviously that's going to be a Victorian list. Iron Makers with Vic. I've noticed a lot of people actually are using the Iron Makers as more of an offensive piece rather than a defensive piece.
Well, I think Iron Makers are a very aggressive unit. Obviously, they can get that 2+ armor save, but they're still rolling 7 dice. They're still hitting on 3s, and they're still a
Mm,
critical blow. So they're still a very aggressive unit. I think just because they can get a 2+ armor save, they're often sort of mistaken as being um, a purely defensive unit rather than a sort of very solid mid-tier unit.
very true. Yeah, and I suppose giving them overrun, furious charge, and everything else that Victorian gives them.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's quite a nice kind of chunky unit to try and take out.
yeah. It's
Um,
nice to see Victoria in another unit other than the Iron Victory crew as well.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. And obviously you've got Asher, which is obviously going to give that Sentinel into the Harlaw Reapers, which I think are
Yeah.
hitting on good numbers anyway, aren't they?
7 dice hit on 3s, and I think I really love Carl in Household of Reapers. Obviously, Household of Reapers really pushed the panic offensive, and having Carl in there means you're always doing a wound, which means you're always proccing that
Yeah,
vicious panic test as well from the Household of Reapers.
yeah, absolutely. And it's quite nice to see some Iron Bowmen in there as well.
Yeah, Iron Bone. This is a combo I've been using recently. Iron Bone with Euron Greyjoy, because you can use his ability of poison, no poison, not strange relics. So you suffer wounds for a token. It helps you give out that little bit of either panic or vulnerable tokens to aid in your Ironborn Bowman's ranged attacks.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Oh, and obviously, yeah, the poison gifts. I'm just reading about that because I say that yet again, like there's some attachments and things. I think this has been a recent change, isn't it? The poison gifts.
yes, it's changed. It used to be they used to take wounds, I think, or
Every
something.
time
But
they
now, yeah,
activated.
yeah,
So
um,
they've made Euron a lot better.
hmm, yeah.
But then you've got like the Silence Men with Dagmar, obviously giving them that those battle scars, which could be quite nice, for the re-rolls, even if you charge across, like you're hindering terrain, that kind of thing.
Yeah, he's also very good as well because Science Men have got that bubble after they get 2 tokens to be able to put on the -1 morale modifier, but obviously with Damon Cleftjaw, you're getting that vicious as well, so that -3 to the panic as well is
Yes.
quite solid.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds very good, to be fair. And
Stony
I'll
Shore,
be honest with you, I really like the combination of the Drown Prophet and the Stony Shore Pillagers.
yeah, yeah. I mean, resilience is a great rule. Stony Shore Pillagers are a very resilient unit anyway. For 5 points, they're incredibly good, bang for the buck unit.
Yeah, I
Um,
really like this list.
mm. Eric Ironmaker, obviously is a good NCU. Bowden NCU obviously is a huge thing as well. So
Mm,
yeah, we expect to see Bowden in most lists. The second list is a Theon Greyjoy. I'm really interested to see this because I've been trying to work out Theon list. So what has he got for us? Science Men, Theon, yeah, nice, making a movement 7 with the enhanced
yeah,
ability, yeah. Sentinel,
yeah,
Stone Shore Pillagers with Drown Prophet, Iron Makers with Asher Greyjoy, Iron Makers with Drown Prophet, Iron Bone, Ewan Greyjoy again, and Aeron Ban. So quite it's a very tanky list. One
yeah.
unit was 2 units with resilience and 1 unit was Sentinel and Gang Up. Um, Yeah, I'll be interested to see him play this list. Again, that Bale and NCU there. We expect to see him most Greyjoy list nowadays.
Obviously, you've got a couple of units that have both got Sentinel, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be moving around the board quite a bit, and hopefully getting the attacks in where you need them.
Yeah,
I quite like that.
Nice. It's a nice list. So let's have a look at moving on. We'll have a look at. Let's have a look at. Naz is running Greyjoy as well. Look at this. Let me look at this because I want to see the his Balon list because I love Balon Commander. We don't see him enough really. So his first list is Victorian Army Victory Crew, Reapers with Grand Prophet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cavalry in a Greyjoy army. What you fucking playing at?
Wow. Right.
See the second list, right? Sciencemen with Balon Greyjoy. Nice. With his War Sworn. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. This is a really solid list. Yeah, really solid list because you can use Balon's cards. So you got Roderick as an NCO, so you can get some of Balon's cards out quite quickly to get the pillage tokens out, which is quite nice.
Right. Yeah. So you kind of power up straight away, so to speak.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Yeah, so let's have a look at that. Yeah. So we haven't seen what have we seen yet? Let's have a look at. Well, I'll choose Connor because he's the only brother player we got this tournament. Brother Archers, Cat and Star, Swan Knights, Lewis. I think this is very similar to the list he might have run at EAGT, I think. This one.
I think it is. I mean, the Sworn Knights are a natural pick, aren't they, for the Brotherhood?
Yeah, they are solid. Easy one of, if not the best 8-point unit in the game, 8-point cavalry unit in the game.
Yeah.
Stag Knights with Forrest and Edric. 2 NCUs, Ghost Heart and Jack and Agar. Beric Commander, the Brotherhood Archers. Gendry and Golden Company Swords. There are some very nice little tweaks and differences here, Connor. So it'd be nice to see you play this tomorrow. Obviously, you've been doing well with Brotherhood. We'd like to see you continue to crack on with that streak. But yeah, nice list this one. Have you seen him been playing this recently, Brad? Or
yeah, so like to be honest with you, I really like what he's done with the Golden Company and Gendry because it makes them a real hard unit to kill. Obviously, I know adaptive styles only say once per round, but still having that +1 defense and then +2 to the panic tests, and then on a second attack potentially making sure they've got resilience. So you're going to be getting say 1-2 wounds through at most. Becoming a really hard kind of unit to kill, especially if you've got crowns as well, because you know the +1 to your defense, so you could potentially be saving on 2s.
Yeah.
Trying to get them down, unless you had Oberyn poison type thing. I think they're going to be a hard unit to chew through. You're almost going to need to sink 3 units into them, and in the meantime, obviously you've got your Sworn Knights, that can hover around the board and make a nuisance of themselves, or even the archers, of course. The Stag Knights are just get more powerful as they go along.
Yeah. Nice.
By the looks of it, it's a very kind of crown heavy list here.
Yeah, well, crown denial list, isn't it? It's because it's not about you controlling it; it's about the opponent not controlling it. So yeah, it'd be.
And obviously having even jacking in there, if you the opponent's running something you want to borrow, then you've always got that option. But if not, you've got the hag.
Yeah. Don't call that, mate.
It's quite nice.
That's rude. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Nice list there by Connor. Obviously, it's nice to see people stick to the factions to try and make them work from. Do you want to pick a list for us, Brad?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with. Do you know what? I can't not. Let's go Martell. Let's go down to see Thomas Lenton.
Yeah, another name in the Tawny scene that's quite resolute in his dedication to the one house.
Yeah, I mean he was House Stark for a long time, and I managed to get him on the side of the good and come to Martell's, and he's doing fantastic with them.
lost you, mate. You there?
Oh, can you hear me? Hello?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate. Can you hear me?
I don't know if you want to jump off the stream, Brad, and try and jump back on again, mate, because I can't hear you through the speakers, mate.
Okay, 2 secs. Is that any better, mate?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now, mate. Yeah, lovely.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, so yeah, go on. Do you talk through his list then?
Yeah, no, yeah. So, it'd be quite nice to, go back to. As I say, I've gone back home to Martel's, and yeah, just to see what he's kind of doing with his list as well. Um, so we've got Harman Uller first up,
Yeah.
which is kind of a cornerstone, isn't he, for any Martel list? He's such a good commander.
hmm Yeah, really good commander. And obviously
Really
Edric Dane now is
fantastic.
with the additional points, we're seeing Edric Dane in most lists, and he's really got a nice home in the sand skirmishes with what's he got? Loyalist. Well, I can't remember what his version's called.
Oh, True Conviction.
True Conviction. That's it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, it
yeah,
gives him the
just getting
rerolls.
that heal. Yeah, exactly. And to be honest with you, you can put him in quite a few units. Like I've tried testing him in like the Dark Star Retinue, or even to be honest with you, the Skyreach Bowman. He comes in
Yeah,
useful in quite a few units.
yeah. Nice, nice. Obviously, um, Tom was running Stormcloud Dervishes with Boris Sand and Quentin Martel. Quentin Martel giving him outflank.
Yeah, and
Scourge Bowman with Arrow Hotar. You've got Starfall Knights as well. We don't see many Starfall Knights, so it's nice to see them being taken out.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're a threatening piece on the board. I mean, they're not as strong as Tuddy Cav, but well, if they get a good round, they can be certainly harmful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Obviously, they're nowhere near as defensive as Tony Cav can be.
Yeah,
I still think the 8 point price tag on Starfall Knights is a bit steep, but
yeah.
I'm not a Martel player, so I won't better tell you for definite what their role is or how they play. But I know a lot of people struggle with them, but apparently not Tom. Doran Martel and Shane and Ira Sanders NCUs. Solid little suite there of NCUs.
Seems very kind of like token heavy driven. It seems to me like expect a lot of units to be weakened, and and yeah, just trying to push all that kind of things out there.
Yeah. Obviously, Ira Hartar giving the Skyreach Bowman mark target as well, which is quite nice. And obviously,
Yeah,
the interaction between himself. Oh no, that's not the. He's not using Doran Commander, is he? Using NCU with Water Gardens.
yeah, yeah. So you can't
Um,
take Ario unless obviously Doran's there.
yeah, so second list. Sunspear Royal Guard over Martel. House Spartan Blackguards with Davis Captain. Starfall Outriders with Glory Seeker. Sand Skirmishers with Spearlord and Edric Dane. And Peter Baelish, Loris Sand, Aaron Martel. Do you talk to what you think this list is built to do?
Well, it's funny you should say that because I actually had the displeasure of playing this list when we were at EAGT, and it's brilliant. The Dervish as a Martel because when we don't do vicious, like it's not something that the Martels are about, but putting him in the blackguards and everything else, like being, just having that test that you might be able to turn something off on somebody for that turn, and it happened to me more than one occasion when I was playing Starks against him, and it is the most frustrating thing in the world. And obviously having your Glory Seeker in the Outriders gives you the chance for those rerolls. Yeah, there's a lot here basically. Obviously, like I think Spearlord in the skirmishes is a really good choice. It's one of my favourites because obviously putting them to like an 8.75 when they're firing, with quick fire and everything else, makes them a really dangerous piece on the board. And yet again, obviously we see Edric Dane there.
Hmm. Yeah.
Baelish gives you a bit of control. Obviously, Ariana. I'll be honest with you, like it's been my impression. I don't know if you agree with this, Grant, but with the whole attachment rule, like in today's kind of meta and everything else, I feel like Ariana is almost a clutch piece on the table.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
You know, she can just turn off so much.
Yeah, yeah. It's yeah. I mean, what we've definitely seen an increase in Ariane getting played more, and also Vargo Hope. That both of them with the new influx of attachments, both of them have got a much stronger place in armies now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and to be honest with you, even Arya Stark, when she can get taken, I think she's got a place out there somewhere.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Okay,
But
cool.
yeah, I think this list is definitely going to be, you know, it manipulated because obviously like Oberyn Martell is you know, he's a marshalling piece in my opinion. People avoid him for obvious reasons,
Mhm.
but because you avoid him, you feed him into other units,
Yeah,
or you
yeah,
feed your opponent. You know, yeah. As I say, it's a frustrating list to play against. So I'll be quite glad to see what Tom does tomorrow with them.
yeah.
Okay,
Definitely,
especially as it's not against me.
yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely. Okay. So let's look at what have we checked out. So Burn checked out Lannister play.
Not
Uh,
yet, no.
let's go with Tom. Obviously, I've just driven up with Tom, so let's see what he's actually listed putting them. So we've got gold cloaks for James Lannister, two units of red cloaks, one Adam Marbrand, one with Champion of Faith. House of Clay Mountains member Lord with Gregor Kane, and Poor Fellows and Cersei, Tommen and Joffrey. That's a lot of activations, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8
Eight,
activations. That's not as many as I
yeah.
thought. I thought it seemed more than that was read now.
I
Yeah,
suppose having Cersei and Tommen, you've got access to all the cards you want, basically, and obviously Joffrey just allows you to keep control of the crowns ready for when Red Cloaks want to activate.
yeah. I think when you're running at least one unit, you might get away with it. But if you're running two units of red cloaks, your plan's obviously the panic test. So not using
Yeah,
Joffrey is a big mistake. Um,
yeah, exactly, exactly.
it's very
And to be
similar
honest with
to
you, given
what's that?
sorry, go no after you.
Yeah, it's very similar to the list that Paul Winter used at EAGT. It's not exactly the same.
Oh,
It's
okay.
definite change there. This has got a bit more punch to it with the Mountains Men and Gregor Clegane. So um, yeah, we'll see how Tom does that tomorrow. Obviously, this is the first time that so Tom's only played Lancers for two games prior to this tournament. So we'll see how he gets on tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, I mean, because I was just looking at the gold cloaks because I must admit, like, I've not really seen them used like locally in our scene. So it's quite interesting just to kind of update what they do. But like, I suppose if you're in short range, giving another -1 plus what the red cloaks can do behind them, you're looking at a massive minus on your tests.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I
even
like
like
it.
that Lords of the Realm rule was really nice. You know, being able to drop the enemy's attack dice down by one rank is pretty solid.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and some people have that steep drop off, don't they? You could go from like 754 sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. And the second list, it looks like just a very much an aggressive list. You've got Gregor Kane in Man's Mem, Pyromancer with Jamie Lannister, Kingsguard, so coming with expert duelist and Counter Strike, um,
Nice.
giving a bit more defence. Poor Fellows with Champion of Faith, unit of Knights Castle Rock, a crossmill with a Champion of Faith, obviously giving those vulnerable tokens on the back of a past morale test, successful morale test. And then Tommen and Tyrion as NCUs. Tyrion obviously giving you that clutch counter plot when you need it, and Tommen giving you a bit more defence with some of the cards you can pull. I think he believes you can pull that bribery and intrigue and subterfuge. So yeah, pretty solid.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, it looks like there's quite a bit of kind of token handout in both the Poor Fellows and the Lannister crossbowmen as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
solid.
quite. I'll be interested to see this as well tomorrow.
Yep. Right, so what do you fancy next? We've got to look at a Baratheon list, a Night's Watch list. What do you fancy?
Do you know what? Like, considering we've got such a heavy Night's Watch, maybe we should try and pick one of the guys
Yeah.
for Night's Watch. Who should we go with? I'll tell you what. If we let's go Alex Ray. Why not? You know, one of the wardens. Let's just see what he's going to be running.
You
Uh,
got Cotter Pike as a first list.
so martial training and reckless heroism and fueled by slaughter in the Sworn Brothers.
Yeah, those Reckless Heroes gives you that 6 charge. It's pretty solid.
And the Shadow Tower Spearman with Corin as well.
Battle Scars, so it gives you, obviously, if someone charges, you get a separate charge of rerolls, I guess.
Yep. When you're running your
Vets and
veterans,
Watch.
so keeping that's quite nice. Keep them relatively healthy.
Crossman of Samwell. What does Samwell give them as a attachment?
So he gives them battle plan, and what's the other thing? I can't remember. Oh, okay. So he gives them a +1 tactics hand size as well. So
Nice.
basically, what the NCU does, but with battle plan as well.
Nice. So pull the cards out you want. Eamon, Sedes Malice, and Jack of the Gar as NCUs. So obviously in copy Sedes's NCU influence. Eamon obviously just a hugely clutch NCU for Night's Watch.
Yeah, yeah. Funny enough, Danny Carter, who's going to be playing tomorrow, who's also running Night's Watch, when we were talking, after he'd started, he obviously got the start set for Night's Watch and everything. I remember having that conversation with him, saying about how, like you've just said, how clutch Amon is to the faction as a whole.
And the second commander, Gilles Mormont, in Shadow Tower Spearman was Satin. Veterans of the Watch, Jon Snow. Veterans of the Watch with Edison Tollett. Edison Tollett's a solid attachment nowadays, given the update he's recently-ish had. Ghost, Builder Stonethrower, and Des Malice and Eamon. That's a very solid list, very defensive, very objective holding list, I imagine. That's what this is for.
Yeah. It's almost a come hit me list, isn't it?
Yeah, I remember Carl ran a very similar list, which was it had watch captains in it more than the characters. But he taught his onion list because it was built with many layers. Every single one of them made you cry.
I do remember the onion list. Did he play it at Wales?
Did he play at Wales? Did he play? He may have done. I don't know if he run. I think he did. Did he run Night's Watch at Wales? Yes, I think he did.
I mean, I played him at one point, but it definitely wasn't the onion list. I think it was something else.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, cool.
Another good one.
Yeah. Let's get into Breffins. We've got Ryan Breffins. We've got. So a couple of Breffin players. Okay, so let's go. Let's go with.
I think one of the standouts would probably, for me personally, would be Angus.
Where is he? Where have I missed him? Is it the
number 21?
Yeah, we've not looked at a Cryptic Cabinet list yet. Let's do that. Yep. So Angus obviously again been running quite a bit of Breffins, if memory serves me right. You've got Cole said the onion made it to Wales. So Rose Knights with Loris Tyrrell, Rose Knights Darren Harris, Breffin Maldens of Palm and Crane, Stag Knights of Courtney Penrose, Elena Varys, and Shads NCUs. I really like the double Rose Knight combo. Obviously Darren Harris giving you reckless strikes, which then causes you to take wounds, which then means that when they activate the heal, they deal wounds back. So it's really decent combo there.
Yeah.
And obviously Loris is a great commander. I think it's a solid list. I enjoy running from Renly's side. I really enjoy running Loris Tyrrell as a commander. I think he's a really fun commander to play with, especially when you start getting some of his cards out, like Growing Strong. Is it Growing Strong? Which one does the hits on you? That one. That's filthy card. And Palm and Crane.
Yeah, Growing Strong is the wounds, isn't it? Oh, it's restoring wounds. Sorry.
Which one does the hits on you? What's that? Love by Deadly Bloom. Deadly Bloom?
I think Deadly Bloom is an ability, isn't it?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Yeah, so that's what the Groves Knights get standard.
Loris Tyrrell, Overgrowth.
Oh yes, okay, yeah.
You attach it and then it still hits every single time you do stuff. She's pretty solid. So that's Palm and Crane's will Rally Cry, so more healing, obviously then charging up the Rose Knights. So yeah, really nice solid defensive list here. Then he's got then he's got a properly offensive list underneath. So he's got 2 units of Kingsmen, one with Stanish, one with Axel. Axel, I've been running this myself recently. Axel in Kingsmen, giving them intimidating presence and vicious. So pushes through the panic damage as well. And One True King obviously relies on stuff being R'hllor, and Axel gives this unit R'hllor as well. R'hllor Nightbringers. So the interesting thing here, both units are R'hllor Nightbringers have both got an attachment in with True Conviction, which then gives them both rerolls, which is, having played it recently myself against my friend Scott Sapsford, is absolutely brutal. Having rerolls on these units is a disgusting thing that should never be shown to children.
It kind of puts them on the level of in my opinion, a Skyreach Bowman, but better.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, obviously, the benefit of Skyreach Bowman is that it pushes people to activate sooner rather than later. Whereas, Law Lightbringers have got potential to do more damage on the strength of the rerolls and the vicious panic test as well, and the bouncing panic test they push out afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a Florent, Crescent, and a Sandra as ensue, so pushing that panic damage from a Sandra. Crescent is really, really good, allowing you to double tap the first activation or steal the activation out of someone's hands quite quickly is quite nice. And as the Florent, I don't know how any Breath army runs without having this guy as one of your ensues, especially in a army like this where you're really heavily reliant on the crowns.
Absolutely, yeah. No, he's. I don't obviously play Baratheons, but yeah, every time I see him used, he's fantastic to have on the board.
Yeah, really solid. Okay, that's a Breath list. Do you want to choose another list for us? One of the factions we haven't covered yet?
It's got to be free folk, isn't it? So it's between where have we got Sean or I'll tell you what. Let's see Sean's. See what he's trying to run.
Where's that? What number is that, mate?
Number 18.
18. Yep, Sean. Yep. Right. So recently we were speaking to Mickey, and he said like most free folk 2 lists format now will take one as Magnum Mighty with this Monster Mash list. But I really enjoy these lists. I think they're great. I think they're quite nice to pilot. They're very satisfying to pilot as well.
Yeah,
Magnum Mighty. Yeah, 2 spear throwers, 2 giants, Varamir 6 skins, and Lady Vale Mance Raider as NCUs. That's a heavy hitting list, right?
Yeah, that's gonna hurt wherever you engage.
Yeah. 8 activation, so quite low for free folk, but still quite high for a monster list though.
Yeah, and I suppose all the cards really kick in because even Varamir is classified as a monster, isn't he?
Yeah.
So a lot of that can kind of I think that's gonna smash for a few people. I think.
Yeah, definitely. And he obviously paired that with a Varamir list, so imagine to be the high activation. Yeah, look, it's like Varamir 6 skins as a commander. You've got Shadowcat, Wolfpack, Free Foot Raiders of Thurrock, Cave Dweller Savages with Chosen Steer, Bundles Chosen with Rattle Shirt, Fen Warriors of the Great Walrus, Crasta, Lady Battle, and Jon Snow. What I'm really enjoying about this new update, about Season 6, is we're seeing a lot more elite, well, I say elite, but very fucking loosely do I say elite, but elite free folk armies with less raiders and more these really cool units like Cave Dweller Savages. Great models. And it's really nice to see them being used a bit more. What do you think of this list?
I think this is quite scary. Yeah, because you've got what six activations is it on table? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 activations on table. So you can definitely play the waiting game with your opponent, can't you? Because eventually the unit you want to hit or hit with, sorry, you can probably use.
Yeah.
I think this is going to do really well.
Yeah, it's a very although free folk tend to be quite squishy. This is afterwards just a more defensive list with obviously the Boneless Chosen, Chosen Steer chucking out some weakened tokens. I believe he's got threatened, isn't he? He's got threatened. No, he's got no fighting for his charge. Okay, well that makes the Code of the Savages a proper can opener unit. No Brock Spore though, even though he's taken Brock.
Oh yeah, because that's free, isn't it?
Yeah.
That would put up to 11 activations. Interesting one. Maybe it was just forgotten.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's a nice three-pack list. What we've got left? Starks. Is that just Starks left?
I think it is.
So
Yeah,
we've
we've
got
done Brandy,
Steve.
Baratheon, Night's Watch, Greyjoy. We've done Targs. Yeah, so I think we're really looking at the Starks now.
What was I like to say? Steve.
Yeah, the old wolf, as we call him.
Cool. So let's have a look at this then. So we've got Eddard's on a guard. We again, me, Carl, and Tom. And I keep going back to the fact we're talking in the car. We sort of mentioned on the way down here that that's part of the enjoyment of these events is that we get to travel together in the car, and it's never a central conversation. So, but we get to talk about song all the way there and back. Um, to Eddard's on a guard, and we were saying that in the car that Eddard's on a guard probably one of the better 6 point units in the game, if not one of the top 2 or 3 6 point units in the
Yeah,
game, especially when combined
100%.
with Eddard.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. And obviously with the Cranagman in here, obviously for the tactics card of like Fury for the Fallen and stuff,
Mm,
it makes them such a hard-hitting unit for, let's call it 6 points really, because obviously the attachment's free.
yeah, yeah. Has Tully Storm Shield, Unyielding Knight, Bryn Tully, giving them, I think he was Iron Resolve, doesn't he? I think.
And Dauntless, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice defense unit. 2 inch Tully Cavaliers with Winterfell Guard, and we don't need to talk about how good they are. Caitlin, Sands, and Arya. So yeah, Arya is quite nice. The retreat from the Cranagman.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and Sands just
I mean,
incredible.
I have played against this list on a couple of occasions, and Steve has really kind of honed it, and it's quite nice to see him play it. To be honest with you, and I really hope he does well tomorrow with it.
Mm. Sands is great in you as well. Sands allowing you to pull out the Fury for the Fallen cards over and over again. Assault orders, great combo there. Mage Morn is a nice commander. Is a solid defensive commander, I believe. In our Berserkers, Housecast like Spearman with Rickon and Usher. That's a combination I use quite often in Starks. Great combination.
Yeah.
I begin to sound like Donald Trump. It's a great combination. Great. I use it myself. No one pilots Starks better than I pilot Starks.
You
Shaggy
do
Dog.
that too well.
Well, which we happens to be sitting office all day and have to listen to the news. Um, yeah, hashtag Cavaliers for Guardian. Hashtag Swan Shields with Great Number. Great Number, 2-point attachment. We're seeing it more and more now. I guess this access to these points is what's pushing it out to.
Absolutely.
Uh,
And it makes, I mean, it makes what's already an unkillable unit even more unkillable if you've got, obviously, is it to the last or not to the last? Is it Here We Stand? Can't, the one that they die.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice. Sansa start line of moment. Ira start with NCUs. Again, I failed to see a rubbish NCU in the start lineup. I think they've just got all their NCUs are great. These three particularly are good. And all
yeah,
4 points. So you just sort of mix and match. Obviously, he's got a plan because he's got to lose units for Lionel to really kick in. Has he got any expendable units here? Shaggy Dog.
Shaggy.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
lose Shaggy Dog. All of a sudden, you've got uh, Tiny Cav a critical blow. That's the very scary prospect.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the unit you want to continually weaken, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, exactly right, exactly. Um, so we're just in the chat. We've got Brian Simpson saying, "Read mine. I want to hear you say what the f." So let's have a quick look at that. Where's Brian Simpson?
Where
Perfect.
are we?
So we're all like bringers, Davos and Brian Ferret. Yeah, that's nice. Outflank and rerolls, nice. Kingsmen, Ripley Stairs. Yep, hit on twos. Nice. Put out tokens. Crown Scouts, Dragon Snowball. Well, this is a very spammy list, but yeah, I like it. It's nice. I've run something quite similar myself the other day. I only run one unit, Crown and Scouts, but I did like the combination of Dragonstone Noble in the Crown and Scouts because Sentinel allows you to sort of reposition them to make the most out of
Tactical Reaper. Yeah,
tactical reposition. Yeah.
yeah.
Alistair and Roose Bolton as NCUs in the second list. Same. Oh, Jokin, Arch Commander. What's he got in there then? What does he do?
I'll give him the precision.
Oh, nice, yeah, precision. Yeah, nice. And reroll from Davos. Oh no, he don't get rerolls from Davos when he's commander there. So look, I don't think you do. No,
It
Outflank
gives
and
him
Pathfinder.
outflank and
Yeah.
Pathfinder. Yeah.
Again, the Crown Scout Dross Noel, good combo. Kingsmen with Red Priestess, rerolls and the Lightbringers from Brian Ferrin. And Sentinels Red Priestess. Sentinels Red Priestess, something I really like. Hitting on 3, sorry, makes them a lot nastier. again, Bradford Sentinel was a great unit we'd never see really in competitive play, but I hope someone can get these to work because the miniatures are incredible. But yeah, good list, Brian, mate. Well done, mate. Well done. Look forward to seeing them tomorrow. But it's now 10:30, so I think we've covered one of each. I look forward to seeing people play stuff tomorrow. It's good to see people like Dave Palmer back on the competitive scene. So I look forward to catching up with him tomorrow. Lots of good names. Obviously, Chris Tamplin, Robert Grant as well. I look forward to spending the day with you guys. Carl Whiting, who did buy a ticket for UK Nationals and bottled out. He's a big pansy.
The one thing I'll just before I forget that I'll say to everybody is when you register tomorrow, I've got pretty much everybody's sandwich options. The one thing I will just double check with you is if you've got like a bread preference, whether it be white or brown, because obviously we'll get that adjusted if needs be. And obviously one thing I haven't probably mentioned, Grant, is the attendance prizes as well, or gifts.
Yeah.
Basically what we've done for everyone, you'll see them on the day, of course, but they're 3D pillage tokens. We're kind of keeping it all in the theme of, the Salt Throne, the Greyjoys, and everything else. So it'd be a couple of kind of tokens for everyone to kind of walk away with.
Yeah, lovely. I mean, we've got so everyone's getting a HBO Jon Snow sword as well as an attendance thing, and you'll get your tactics board as an attendance thing. So lots of attendance prizes. I've got everything in my car that all the prize put in there, so we'll have all that out on display as well. The trophies are here. The only thing that hasn't been delivered is the tournament box, but I've got a stand in for now, so you can we'll work it out, it's going to be divvied out, but whoever wins the tournament box will obviously I'll post the one that's been delivered to my house today. What I wasn't there to receive, but the wife was. But once that lands, I'll post it out.
Perfect. No worries at all. No worries at all.
Lankenstein PB. I heard that, Grant. What did I do?
I don't know.
Well, I hope it was positive. Whatever I said, I do have a tendency to ramble on and say the wrong thing. So if I've offended anybody, I apologise.
Oh, hang on. Is that Kyle?
Ah. Yeah, but I mean, if that is you, Carl, you're a big pansy. Conquest is a great game, but it ain't no song. Yeah, straighten yourself up.
No, but I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone tomorrow. And just enjoying a good day's worth of Song of Ice and Fire again.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, just to clarify, somebody asked earlier. So the start time tomorrow?
Yes. So registration is between kind of 9 and kind of 15:15, kind of 30:30 at a push, really, because we're saying that we want to start at 9:30. So yeah, if you can get there for kind of between 9 and 9:15, come find me just so I can mark you off a list, just to say here, like a school register, and obviously we can give you your attendance gifts and everything else.
Yeah.
Actually, another thing while I think of it, obviously for like best sportsman, after game 3 is complete, if everyone can kind of come and find me and just give me the heads up of who you want it to be, and I can mark that down.
Well, I've got the NCU cards from the AGT, so we'll get people. Maybe what we'll do is in the morning, if we get together, Brad, we'll get everyone to come over. We'll sign them into stats on my laptop, give them their attendance prizes and stuff. You can get their bread preference, and we'll sort all that way, and then everyone's always give them the NCU cards. They can vote for best sporting at the end of that.
Perfect, absolutely perfect. I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody, and old faces, new faces, and winning faces.
Yeah. And remember, the top qualifying person tomorrow, top ranking player tomorrow, or top finishing player tomorrow that hasn't qualified for the Hands tournament will gain access to the tickets for the Hands tournament.
The Hands tournament. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Last chance saloon as well.
Yeah, the UK Nationals 2025 in September. I mirror what Brad has said. I look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow. It's going to be a great day. And yeah, we'll see you at 9 o'clock for registration. And first game at 9:30. Dark wins, dark word. So get your thinking caps on. We're going in heavy.
All right, have a good evening, everyone.
Yeah, cheers, Brad. Take care, and thanks, everyone.
Cheers, buddy.
Bye.